Alright, I welcome you back to yet another YouTube video. So in the previous video we looked at inbuilt functions and variables in Python. We declared a few variables here, then we also talked about the constraints in variable names, like a variable name should not contain spaces, and the variable name should not be one of the names of the built-in functions in Python. And we also said that you can separate a variable name using an underscore. Yeah, so today we are going to look at operators in Python. So if you remember, last time we looked at operations, the additions, the subtraction. So today we are going to look at operators in Python. Yeah, so sit, relax, and let's get started with operators in Python. So I'm going to start with creating a file that we are going to work with and name it operators.py. So operators.py, rename this. So this file I'm going to call it operators.py. So today we are going to look at operators in Python. So there are many types of operators in Python. Let me first comment here at operators. So the first types of operators. So types of operators. So the first type of operators we are going to look at is known as, we are going to first of all look at the assignment operators in Python. Assignment operators. So assignment operators in Python, these are used to assign values. So these are used to assign values. So if I have a variable like age is equal to 20, so this equals sign in between of age and 20 is called an assignment operator. So the first assignment operator that we have looked at is the equals. It is the equals sign. This equals sign assigns a value of 20, assigns a value of 20 to the variable age. So if I'm to print age, I'm going to say print age, we shall definitely get 20. So you can see that the equals sign assigns a value of 20 to this variable. So the equals sign, I will comment here and say that let me see, equals sign is used to assign an initial value to a variable. So this equal sign gives the variable an initial value. So if I want to add, let's say I want to add 20 to this variable, I would again say age is equal to age, variable age plus 20 if I want to add 20 to this variable. So if I print age again here, after adding 20. If I print age again, so when I run this, it will give us 40, because this age, we have added 20 to the variable age. So printing age again, this time the value of age is 20. So in Python, this age plus 20 is the same as, let's say I want to add 10 to age. It is the same as saying age plus equals to 30 if I want to add 30 to age. So this one, age is equal to, so if I want to, let me make this, so this one, age is equal to age plus 20. Age plus 20, age plus, starting from here in Python, is the same as just saying plus equals without repeating the variable name. So this will give us the same result. It will add a value of 30 this time to the variable of age. So if I say print age here and run this, I will definitely get 70. So this is the second assignment variable. So this is this plus equals is used to add a value to a variable. So another example of this would be to initialize a value called number, and I say number is equal to 0. Then if I want to go on adding, let's say I want to add 10 to this number, I will just say that number plus equals 10. So if I print number again, if I print this variable of number, I will get 10. So when I run this, I get 10 here. So this symbol here, the plus equals, so you have to follow this order. You start with a plus, then the equals. It is used to add a value to a number in Python. It is the same as doing this. It is the same as doing age plus. So this is basically what I've done here. It is the same as saying number. What I've done on line 13 is the same as saying number is equal to number plus 10. Though this time it will give us a, so if I print number again, it is going to give us a value of 20. Since number is 10 already, so if I add 10 to 10, this is going to give us a value of 20. So let me maximize my terminal here. So this is the value of 20. So another assignment operator that we are going to look at is basically the opposite of this that I've just showed you. It's basically the opposite of plus and equals. So if I am to declare a variable of num1 is equal to 30, if I want to subtract 10 from 30, I'll basically say that num1 minus equals 10. So if I'm to print num1 here on line 19, print num1, so this will basically give me 20 here. If you can see, 20 is the last value in our terminal. So this is basically the same as saying, it is basically the same as saying num1 is equal to num1 minus pen, though this time it is going to give us a value of, so if I print num1 again, it's going to give us a value of 10, since we have already subtracted 20 from num1. So this gives us a value of 10. So this, let me comment here and say that this is used to subtract, let's say to subtract value from variable. So that one basically subtracts a value from a variable. So these are the three main assignment operators we shall look at more as we continue on this journey. So without wasting any more time, let me move on to comparison operators in Python. So here, the second type of operators that I'm going to look at are called comparison operators. So in Python we have operators that we use to compare values. So the first is the most common operator, and that is the equals operator. So we are going to look at equals, which is equals. So to equate a value in Python, we basically use, let's say I want to say that 3, let's say I want to say 3 is equal to 3. I will just say in Python 3 is equal to 3. Now the equals operator in Python is these two double equals. So if you put one equal, that will be an assignment operator, not an equals operator. So these two double equal symbols, the equals operator in Python. So if you put one equal sign, that will be an assignment operator, not an equals operator. So we are going to look at more about all that. So if we want to say 4 is equal to 4.0, still you use this equals operator. So the equals operator are the double equals symbols in Python. So the other operator we are going to look at is known as let us look at the greater than in Python. So if I want the greater than symbol in Python, we shall look at this is the greater than. So greater than also in Python, it is the norm. Let's say I want to say 4 is greater than 3. 4 is greater than 3. So this is the greater than, it is the greater than symbol. All operator, anything. So less than is still the same, still the opposite of this. So 4 less than 3 less than 4. So this is the less than operator. Let me also change this to operator. So another thing we are going to look at is the greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So here, if I'm to say, let's say x is x, if I'm to say x is greater than or equal to 4. So basically, this greater than, so this, so for greater than or equal to, you must start with a greater than, then you follow up with the equal to. So this one is the, if you start with the equal to, then end with a greater than. So I'm going to show you that in a meeting. This is a greater than or equal to, or equal to operator in Python. So if you do this x and you start with the equal sign is equal to 4, this is not a greater than or equal to symbol in Python, because of the reasons that we shall see in the next tutorials. So you must start with a greater than, then end with a equal to. So then we also have the, I think we also have the less than, we also have the less than or equal to. So for the less than or equal to, still you say x, let's say less than or equal to, still you start with the less than symbol, then you follow up with the equal symbol. So this, the less than will be this, is the operator. So this is the operator. So in Python, those are the comparison operators. We shall look at applications of these operators in the next tutorials. So today it's more important that we know them, then we shall apply them later. I had missed a 4 here, 4 there. So the last type of operators we are going to look at today, they are called we are going to look at the logical operators in Python. So I have a space there, then I will say logical operators. So for logical operators, the first operator that we have is the AND operator. So in Python, AND is just the normal English. So if you are to say AND in Python, you still write the word itself AND. That's why Python is the easiest language to write, because AND in Python remains AND. So this AND in Python is our first logical operator that we have looked at. So this is the third. So this AND, basically what it does, it returns true if both statements are true. So if I say that x, let's say if I'm to say that a is greater than 10, no, let's say if I'm to say 10 is greater than a and it is also greater than 20. So basically a is less than 10 and less than, no, I must say that a is less than 10 if I'm to say and a is greater than 20. So the AND operator here, between here, is will return true if both these conditions are true. So the next operator, the next logical operator is the OR operator. So as I told you, that Python is basically English. So all operator is this one. So this all operator, this one returns true if one of the statements is true. So basically, if I have still 10 greater than a greater than a, or a greater than 20. So this will turn true when one of these statements is true, when either a is less than 10 or a is greater than 20, one of them. So the next operator that we are going to look at is the not operator. So basically, as I told you, that for logic operators it is like writing English in Python. So not is also, you just write the word not here. So this one, the not operator, this one reverses the result. This one reverses the result, then it reverses the result first of all, then returns false if the result is true. If the result is true, basically you can say that not, then you say not, you can basically say, for me to use like not b less than 5 and b less than 10. Yes, so that is our last operator, which is the not operator in Python. So this lesson has been more theoretical. It is just for us to get to know these operators so that we can easily apply them later. So thanks for making it to the end of this video. Please, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, then I'll be happy to answer your questions. So like and subscribe for more Python videos. See you in the next video.